Alright, what's going on, you fam? Raiyuden here. Data download is in. Let's go ahead and quickly see what we're going to be seeing for tonight. LF Omega Shenron and Raid Shenron, we already know. Zenith Shadow Dragon Legends Step Up. Look at this guy over here, though. Super 17 is featured on the banner. That means that this banner has a ton of additional value. This guy being a really strong green, indestructible, survival, high offensive, ranged unit. This guy, we already know what a menace he is. Raid Shenron, I'm very curious about. This guy is a yellow type in a team that has a very powerful yellow. This guy would have to be Steroid Pan version 2.0, version 3.0 to take the yellow slot away from Super Baby 2. So I don't know, this guy could be some sort of some foolishness. But let's go ahead and see quickly. So shout out to Hydros for all the banners and all the information that we get to see early on. Number 1, World Tournament number 3. No idea what this means. It's probably for the PvP stuff. This is the banner per the usual, same old format. We got Legends Super Monday. Yes, Marvelous Legends Monday Super Edition. This thing was pretty nice, I ain't gonna lie. The Legends Monday was better than Legends Tuesday. We got, you know, Z-Power, we got CC, we got Erasers, fun little quizzes. This is a win. I like Legends Monday, very nice. Next, we got another high difficult event that gets you some LFZ power, which is quite clutch. Keep LFZ powering all your respective LF characters. I think Green Omega Shenron is going to be in a character that needs quite a bit of stars. I feel like he's going to be star-gated. I don't know. Indestructible characters, like Goku and Bardock are the only example that we had. You could argue that because they are a tag switch character, they had lower than average stats and were more dupe dependent. But I think the developers just place a lot of value on the indestructible ability, because I would argue that right now indestructible might be more valuable than revival, because we have a ton of anti-revival. We got characters that lower the amount of HP you're going to recover. We got other characters that get additional damage and Dragon Balls from it. You are essentially punished far more for having that going on versus Indestructible. Now, I know Indestructible can succumb to the whole drop combo, take away your Vanish tech that Red Beast Gohan has and stuff like that. But outside of Ultimate Gohan, you're not going to see it too much versus the Super Vegito that you see pretty much in every single game with the anti-revival rush stuff. So Indestructible has a lot of points right now. Here we go. Here's the kit for Mr. Raid Shenron. Again, this guy has to be really good, and their definition of good can be a bunch of different things. I'm thinking he's a hyper support. He's going to have to be like the Pan version 2.0 in order to make Super 17 and the LF Omega Shenron really flow. So sub-count manipulation, additional damage, give additional cards, do a whole bunch of stuff. So let's see what he does. I think he's going to be pretty good. So number 1, Prideful Enlargement. Draw a special arts card next part of the main ability. Restore ally health by 25% and keep by 50. Cancel allies attribute downgrades under normal conditions. Destroy all your enemies' cards. Reduce enemies' Dragon Balls by 2 and sealing their main abilities. Already off to a strong start. Passive 1, Menacing Electric Slime. Following effects occur when the battle starts. 100% to damage inflicted. 70% reduced damage received. -10 to own blast special move arts cost. And 25% to damage inflicted by allies. That's a win. I'll take it. Just a nice 25% damage inflicted by allies. Again, I really got to stress this. This character has to be good. 1, yellow is too strong with Super Baby 2. And number 2, the guy is like a giant booger. No one's going to want to care to use him unless he's really strong. He's just not that appealing of a character. The following effects occur when this character enters the battlefield. Restore own ki by 50. 80% damage inflicted, putting him at 180%. Destroy one enemy, special move, and special arts card. Hey! Ooh, that's pretty spiffy then. Okay, so that would mean... no. G4 would probably have that already queued, so never mind. But being able to destroy blue cards and green cards is quite valuable. Applies the following effects to self after gaining 5 or more Dragon Balls while this character is not defeated. Interesting condition. Restores health by 20%, 50% to damage inflicted, so now putting him at 230%, and he has card draw speed. So before he didn't have it, he has a little bit of a condition for his card draw speed. Honestly, everybody rushes me in 10 seconds anyway, so I'm not worried about that. The following effects occur when this character switches to standby. So this is now his support stuff. Randomly draw 1 new card if you have 3 or fewer. Shorten own sub count by 3, activates 3 times. Restore ally ki by 30, another 15% to damage inflicted by allies. Reduce enemy ki by 20, and inflict all enemies with the attribute downgrade. Minus 15 to strike, blast, special move, ultimate, and awaken arts power. There it is. 40% damage inflicted for your allies, 30 additional ki, and they get another card. That's great support. That's great support. Now he's going to need some disrupt though. Passive number 2. Giant cloaked in electricity. Knock enemy back to long range if a cover change is performed against their blast arts. Chainable with the blue. The following effects occur when hit with an enemy's tap shot or blast arts attack while this character is on the battlefield. Restore on health by 10%. Nullify unfavorable element factors for damage sustained, and shorten ally subcount. There it is. Subcount manipulation. That's one big thing I was talking about. They gave LF Omega Shenron only 5 timer counts reduction whenever a heavy hitting move is chucked out, so the rest of it is going to come from somewhere. But then again, a lot of GT characters have -5. That's good. Activation count resets after character switch, so you can keep earning 10% HP, going type neutral for damage taken, and reducing subcount, which is cool. Applies the following effects to enemy. When hit with an enemy's tackle, quick attack, or strike arts while this character is on the battlefield. Reduce ki by 10. Wow, for every strike card that they use, they lose 10 ki? That's a lot. 100% chance to inflict paralysis. And then 25% chance to inflict paralysis. Oh my god, there it is. They had to sprinkle it somewhere. The reason to care to use this hideous character. There it is. The fact that he can get a chance for paralysis while hit with strike cards. But not just that. Reducing 10 ki is a lot. That is a lot. This basically swipes away any card arts reduction effects that a lot of these characters have. And a good example is LF Broly before he got his Zenkai. Do you remember how hard it was for that guy to combo? What was it? His strike costs were like, what, 24 or 29 or something? That guy could only get a couple cards and he couldn't build up. Reducing 10 ki on these strike cards is a perfect example of what that's going to feel like. So that's good. Applies the following effects to self after the enemy attack is over. Restore health by 15%, activates up to 3 times, and restore 30% of the damage received after 30% of your own health. And you get cover nullification. So exactly like Evil Boo, same premise. You have to hit me for me to get my cover nullification. No biggie, no surprise. In terms of disruptive effects, he doesn't kill cards. He kills blues and greens, so he takes away any sort of crazy moves or any heavy hitters. He reduces subcounts for every time he gets hit, and reduces ki, and has a chance to inflict paralysis, and he's able to swap out to other characters to sponge the damage while reducing power. So that's pretty good so far. For his Z ability, at 14 stars, 35% to GT or regeneration based strike and blast. What are they doing? What is this? Why is GT just double defense? Who wants this? Is there just another person above Toshi that is just a huge defensive fan or something? Most of the Z abilities for GT are double defense. This is bad. I don't like this at all. I hate this. Most of the competent characters that you'd want to use for GT have this, so this is silly. Completely unnecessary. This should have been blast attack and strike defense, or blast defense, and then 18% to either strike attack or strike defense or something. Just anything was better than this. This is bad. Green card. Deals massive impact damage, 30% to blast damage inflicted by allies for 20 counts upon activation. Don't even have to land a damn thing. You just have to use it. So that's 70% extra blast damage for your allies. The following effects occur on hit. Destroy all of your own cards and randomly draw 4 new ones. 50% chance to inflict paralysis. Damn. More paralysis scattered everywhere on this guy. He has blast armor, which is cool. Extra arts. I've been holding out on you. Draw a special move arts card next. Activates 5 times. So he gets a blue card up to 5 times off his greens. Store on ki by 50. 50% for the next special move damage inflicted. 50% chance for the next special move to inflict enemy with paralysis on hit. Holy crap, he can make his blue card guarantee paralysis now. Applies attribute upgrade, shorten sub count by 3 to self. This character's toxic. I'm sorry. You getting hit, taking away 10 ki, and your opponent having a chance to get paralyzed is awful. But then the fact that he can do it even further with his blue card is just silly. I think he's a good unit. Just the Z ability sucks. I don't like that. But otherwise, he seems like a good unit. Does he take the helm off of Super Baby 2? I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think so. I think Super Baby 2's unique gauge and the lock-in ultimate is just far too valuable in this meta. And you could have made an argument for this guy because of the Z ability, but they have the exact same Z ability, except he gives 18% to GT blast attack versus strike attack. Yeah, you could also argue that this guy gives the 40% extra damage inflicted, as well as the subcap manipulation and the card. But remember that Baby gives allies 30% extra damage inflicted against Saiyans. And let's be real here, the #1 team you're going to be fighting is Ultra G4, Fusing Super Vegito, and Fusing Gogeta Blue, which all fall under Saiyans. That's all you're going to be fighting anyways. So, I don't know. 10% extra damage inflicted for all the stuff that Baby can do versus this guy. We'll have to see. I don't know if there are certain characters that are completely immune to these abnormal conditions anyways. I think a couple of the meta characters actually are, so I don't know how effective 25% chance for paralysis will be, given that that's a thing, but we'll have to see in-game. This is just one of those things where on paper sounds strong, in-game how well does it play out? If it's super easy for the opponent to wash away with abnormal conditions or debuff effects or just maintain complete immunity from them, then I don't know how valuable can this guy seem. But if these characters don't, and we're able to take advantage of paralysis super early on and just be abnormally toxic, then that's an entirely different thing. Another thing is the kinds of cards that this guy brings into the fight. Super 17 has a paralysis card. If this guy has one too, then it is a game changer. And instead, this guy is more valuable than Baby, because that's 2 cards in your deck that have a chance to inflict paralysis on your opponent. That's toxic as hell, but also very, very strong. All right, for the final bit, we're just going to be in game here. I kind of want to see what Omega stats are looking like at maxed out. And I think his HP stat is a little low. Offense stat looks a little bit low too. I mean, 243 strike attack, 253 blast attack. It's not the highest in the world, really. It's a little bit low. Same idea when it comes to the strike defense, 178k. Keep in mind that the arts boost system is applying 13,000 to all these values. With all the various titles and whatever that you may have, you can add another 4 to 5,000, but just stripping that away to get a sense of what the stats are looking like. He has lower than average HP. I think he has lower than average offensive stats, and his defense is just about average right now. That goes to show just how much value they place on the indestructible ability. Now for Rage Shenron, I'm a little bit curious because yeah, he's certainly a support type. Yeah, that screams support type. I would have thought his defenses would be a little bit higher, similar to what Shin's is looking like, but I guess because the guy has the paralysis proccing, it's not bad, but it's nothing amazing. Oh, he doesn't provide a paralysis card. What does Omega do? I just want to double check. So they're both blast with additional damage inflicted. Okay, it is what it is. Alongside those, the stats are seeming okay. This is going to be my showcase team, by the way. Let me know if you have any comments about this one, whether I should change anything. But I think Super Baby 2 with Super 17 works out well. And then when it comes to showcasing Rage, I'm just going to replace Super Baby 2. We got some new equipment as well. I think it's this guy. Yeah, strike defense, max HP, blast defense, and then pure strike and blast defense if you're a Shadow Dragon. Yeah, I mean, it just screams it's for Rage Shenron or the Zenkai Sin Shenron. And I think that's it, actually. I think that's all the stuff that we had here. All right, you let me know in the comment section below what you're thinking about the overall stats and the look of the characters. We'll have to see how they all work out in-game. At the end of the day, it's very hard to see how well a character will perform individually, unless it's blatantly obvious that they're overpowered. You know, PvP is just one giant melting pot of different characters. But either way, let me know in the comment section below what you're thinking, how you feel about the stats, the characters, and how they look. Be on the lookout for the showcase, and let me know if you think the showcase team looks good. But until next time, peace.